Should you fake it until you make it? Has anybody ever given you that advice? Oh, just fake it until you have the six-figure web agency. Well, I really hate that advice, and I'll tell you why. And I think there's a much better approach. And if you take the better approach, not only will you continue to achieve your goals, but I think you'll have better goals, achieve them faster, without feeling like a schmuck in the process. So what does it even mean to fake it till you make it? Like, I don't even think people mean what they say when they say that. I don't think they mean lie to people all the time or something like that. I think what they really mean is do things beyond your comfort zone, and your comfort zone will get bigger. And then once your comfort zone is bigger, you have better results. Something like that. But there are certain things that web design, like people like you and me, might be tempted to fake, and you don't have to. And even if you do, it probably derails your progress, or at least slows you down. And for example, do you ever feel tempted to just take on a project with a skill set that you don't have, and you're like, oh, I'll just learn it after the client signs up? It's like, you don't need to do that. In fact, you probably don't even want to do that, because your client probably won't get the best results. You might even know someone you could refer them to where they could get better results. And it might even be something you don't even want to do. And then the next thing you know, you're getting yourself in this flow of leads asking you to do stuff that you don't want. And that's not going to put you in, that's not a very intentional way of building your agency. So like right off the bat, that's a bad one. Well, what are other things? Well, what about building a portfolio of fake websites? So you don't have to don't waste your time. You don't even need a portfolio to land clients. And you don't want to mislead your clients either in the process. You don't want to start a relationship based on, lying about your portfolio or something. So don't waste your time with that. Don't mislead your clients with that. Another one would be, well, have you ever felt tempted to say that you have a big agency? Oh yeah, we've got this 10-person agency, when really it's just you, and maybe you could outsource some stuff to people sometimes. Like, you don't have to do any of those things. And I hold on to this fundamental truth that if we stick to the truth, everybody gets better outcomes. Like, even if it doesn't feel like it for you, right? And it probably won't, right? It's usually harder to stick with the truth than it is to lie. In fact, that's the whole benefit of lying, is it's the easy way out. But if I look back on my life and the people that I know and basically everything that I've ever experienced, almost all of the pain stems back to some lie somewhere. Maybe it's even a lie you told to yourself, or a lie someone else told you. But like, if we all just fake it and go around lying to each other all the time, there's no way you'll get the best outcome out of that. And I hold to the truth that if you just say true stuff, that will achieve the best outcomes for everyone involved. So what's a better way? So if you're not going to fake it till you make it, what's a better thing? Now, I didn't think up this phrase. I don't even remember where I heard it. But the phrase is, align until it's mine. And I think it's a similar vibe, but it's a much better approach. So what does it mean to align? Well, to align means you have like multiple things all kind of in a line, and the line's going somewhere. It's pointing somewhere. It's pointing to your goal. So then you think, well, what are the multiple points? And the idea is, well, think about what the goal is. Like, okay, what if you were consistently landing $10,000 clients and you had this six-figure agency? What things would you be doing in your life if you already had that? And then align the various areas of your life so that you're acting consistent with how you would be acting if that was who you were today. So for example, what would you do with your time? Like, would you just spend all day on reading random tweets? Or would you be like researching like a new lead generation technique or something? What about other areas? What about like your sleep? Would you stay up till 3 in and then sleep till noon every day if you were running that successful business? Or would you have a more reasonable schedule where you went to bed at 11 and got up at 7? Right? Because it might feel fun to stay up late and do all these other things. And if you're in that pattern right now, you might recognize that as, hey, you know what? If I really were that successful business person running this awesome agency, I'd probably need to be awake during most of the business hours, right? Like you wouldn't want to have that wonky schedule. So like, align your schedule with the type of person that you want to be. What about your diet? Have you ever thought about that? Like, would you just sugar yourself up all day? Or would you try to eat a more healthy diet where you can have more even energy throughout the day? You can be more alert. You can just have better health, just be better in terms of just your overall health and diet. What about your work? Like, what kind of work would you be doing? Would you just be sitting around waiting for your clients to tell you what to do? Like, if you had those kinds of clients, like if you were running this really successful six-figure, $10,000 client agency, would you just be sitting around waiting for the client to say, yeah, do whatever? Or would you be proactive and thinking about, well, what are some things that you might be able to bring to the table that would give them a better result that they haven't even thought of yet? Or like, what types of clients would you be working with? Would you be working with people that are just asking you to do like entry-level things all the time? Or would you be like architecting funnels? So like think about all the different areas of your life and what you would be doing if you already had the goal, if you already had this awesome business, and then align the elements of your life so that it's consistent with acting like that. And you don't have to fake anything. You're just kind of looking at like what you would be doing if that were who you were today. And then if you deviate from any of that stuff, you correct for the deviations and you will hit your goals a lot faster. You will actually have the kind of business that you really want because you're being very intentional about it. And you don't have to feel like a schmuck in the process, right? You're being honest and truthful and you're in alignment with your core values and everything. Okay, so then what's the next step? Well, the next step is, well, how do you actually land where do you get the leads? How do you land these high-end six-figure style clients, like $10,000 and up clients? Like, how do you do that? Well, check out this next video here, and I'll tell you the truth about lead generation.